everyone, I hope you're doing well. For today's video, we're doing something a lot different from usual, but today I'm going to try viral fall coffee recipes. What people have been making during fall are the most trendy coffee recipes that we've seen on TikTok, Instagram, Pinterest, whatever, and recreating them at home. And I feel like this is such a fun thing to do because one, I love coffee, you guys know. I also love making coffee and pretending that I'm an actual barista with a coffee shop, even though it's just me and my coffee corner. Anyways, before we start, I wanted to open the coffee shop or my little coffee corner, so let's do that. So this cabinet has all the cheese and like other things that I would need to make coffee or drinks. But yeah, we have some caramel and right now I just need this instant coffee. Okay, now that our coffee corner is open, let's get started with the first drink, which is obviously pumpkin spice latte. This one has to be the most popular viral coffee recipe. Every time we enter fall, everyone's so excited about pumpkin spice latte, and today I'm going to show you how you can make it. Now, I do have a pumpkin spice syrup that I'm going to be using. It's the Monet one and it is very good. I highly recommend it, but it is very strong. However, if you cannot get this one, it is so easy to replicate. You only need some vanilla syrup, some cinnamon, a little bit of ginger and cloves, and I feel like that's it. But yeah, you can definitely make your pumpkin spice without actual pumpkin or without the syrup. But today I'm going to be using this one. Actually, let me just grab the glass first. So this is where I store all of my glasses and cups. As you can see, these are trying to come out, but it's not time yet. It's not time yet. Let's grab this one because it's obviously the most used shape of glass for all the trendy coffees and aesthetic coffees that we see, and it has these rounded edges that I love. So I'm going to grab this. Now, as I said, you don't need fancy stuff or an espresso machine. I'm literally going to use instant coffee. Now, it's not going to have the exact same taste, but it's okay. We are working with whatever we have. For me, I like to have it a little bit more caffeinated and a little darker. So instead of doing just 3 scoops, I'll do 2 more. And then you add the equal amount of water. And then what I like to do is just shake it this way, just swing it a little bit. And then I'm just going to let it sit for a bit until all the coffee dissolves. Guys, I didn't anticipate the fact that I was going to film today, even though I knew that I was going to film, but I didn't make ice and I don't have an ice machine. I need to use this to make ice. Yeah, it's not going to be as ice as I hoped for it to be, but it's okay. Okay, now it's going to be super easy. So basically you grab your cup of ice and then you pour milk over it first. Okay, now what you're going to do to have this cute little gradient that you see everywhere is actually weight. Oh my god. Obviously, don't forget about your syrup. This one's very strong, so just a little bit is enough. You're going to pour over an ice cube. So you pick one and you keep pouring on top of it. And it has to be floating like this because this way is going to kind of flatten it. It should look better if you have more ice cubes. And don't let go of that ice cube, You can switch it, but make sure you don't pour next to it. It really has to be on top of the ice cube. See how when you pour next to it, it does this. So now you can stop here and you have your pumpkin spice iced latte, but I've seen everywhere people doing this cold foam on top and make it vanilla and cinnamon flavor. So this is what I'm going to do. This you can use whipped cream, or for me today I'm using heavy cream like this. Pour a little bit vanilla syrup, tiny bit. You're going to need a frother for this though, so if you don't have it, maybe try shaking it. I'm going to just gently froth it. Okay, it has calmed down a bit. It's okay though. Now you're going to pour this on top of your drink. And then finally, we're going to end it with some cinnamon on top. And there you have it. I feel like I could have used maybe a little bit more coffee. I can already tell because it's lacking a bit of color, but look at this. It looks so cute. Let's taste it together. Cheers. Wow, it's actually so good, you guys. It might actually be the best pumpkin spice latte I made so far. To me, it looks kind of pale. I feel like the taste is perfect. It's a perfect latte, so wow. I'm going to be enjoying this while I do some work, but it is literally so good. You guys need to try it. As you saw, it's very easy to make, and I feel like the foam actually gives it more flavor and creaminess. It's so good. Usually I'm more of an iced latte person, but lately, especially for the last few months of fall, I have been really leaning towards warmer drinks. So this morning I wanted to try a maple cinnamon latte. Now I don't have maple syrup, so I had to work with whatever I had. So I started by warming the milk, and then I had to choose between agave syrup or this caramel syrup that I had to replace the maple syrup. So I went with the caramel one, and I feel like it is close enough. And so I frothed this with the milk to make a nice foam, and then I just poured my coffee on top and sprinkled some cinnamon and drizzled a little bit of that caramel syrup on top. And that was literally it. It was so easy to make, yet I felt like I had ordered it from a coffee shop because it was just so good. It's another day. I just came back from a photo shoot and I am so thirsty. I thought it was the perfect time for another drink. This afternoon I don't feel like coffee. Honestly, I would love to just make myself a good iced matcha with a twist. Obviously, you guys know we're trying all the fall recipes, and one thing that people have been raving about and I never tried it is the cinnamon matcha latte. So basically, when you do your matcha latte, you add a pinch of cinnamon. I don't have like a very good quality matcha. This is why I'm not drinking a lot of it lately. You guys know that I got these packs that they're good, you know, but they're not the best, honestly, and I feel like they're kind of old. I got them at a deal, so it was very cheap, which could also mean something. But it's good, like it's not the worst matcha I ever tasted. Yeah, it definitely faded in color. Okay, so for this drink, I think I'm going to go with my 𝓀𝓎𝓌𝒾𝑜𝓃 tumbler, just because it is very good size, and as I said, I'm quite thirsty. So usually I would do my milk and then the matcha on top and then the cold foam. But honestly, right now I just don't care about the aesthetic of it because I just want it all to be green with a bit of cold foam on top. So, and also I'm going for any type of measurements, like just eyeing the measurements. Okay, now I added water and I'm going to whisk it with this. I don't have the tools for traditional matcha making, so. Okay, now I don't know if I should add the cinnamon right now, maybe later actually. Oh my god, please don't mind the color. I know it looks disgusting on camera, but I promise it's not that bad. Obviously, with matcha, you want to be using oat milk. It works with other milks as well, but I really think that oat milk is the one that pairs with matcha the best. I have this one. It's no sugar added, not too much. You don't want it to be, again, overpowering the matcha. Okay, I'm gonna mix it to see the color of it. Yeah, I could definitely add a teeny tiny bit more of milk. Yeah, that's enough. Now I'm going to add the pinch of cinnamon. I'm just going to add a little bit. I added more than a bit. Is this too much? Would this be too much? I don't know. I'm actually going to use a little bit of this vanilla syrup. Just a teeny tiny bit, we don't need a lot. Okay, now I'm going to set this aside and we're going to do the cold foam. Now I feel a little bit lazy to froth the actual, like the heavy cream. I'm gonna be using some whipped cream. Anyway, so I'm literally just going to, and then I'm going to mix it. Now I'm just going to add a little bit of water to loosen it. Okay, now I'm going to literally, yeah, just like that. I'm going to mix it. And then we're going to just mix it on top like this to have this foam. And then we're going to sprinkle a little bit of cinnamon again. That looks actually so good. And even like the cream on top, it looks so creamy, you guys. This is the first time I'm going to try a cinnamon matcha. Like, I want to know what's all the fuss about this. I want to know what's going on. I want to be part of this. Okay, I'm scared. What if I don't like it? What if I don't like it? I want to be part of this. Guys, I ruined my matcha. I'm actually so sad. That's disgusting. No, is the fact that cinnamon is actually cancelling the matcha taste. Guys, I'm so sorry, like I don't know how I'm going to be drinking this, given how disgusting it is. Okay, let me just not be dramatic right now, but usually I'm someone who likes everything. I'm very easy with like dishes and drinks, like I'm not complicated. I made the matcha just as I would make it usually, so that's no problem. Sweetness is here, it's not like it's lacking sweetness, it's literally cinnamon is just ruining the matcha. That's disgusting. I'm going to drink it just because I don't want to waste my oat milk, because in this economy I'm not going to throw this away. Just, you know, I'm disappointed. I really thought that I was gonna discover this whole new drink that I would be obsessed with during the fall season. Anyways, I'm going to go get Em ready. Honestly, I need to get started with the editing of this video, so I'll probably see you tomorrow morning for another drink. Something I've been prioritizing this season is to move intentionally and just romanticize even the smallest things. For example, making my cup of coffee, it has really become a ritual for me where I try to romanticize the whole process. I would light a candle and play some jazz music. So today I wanted to try the apple pie latte, but I didn't have the apple pie syrup, so I made it myself. It was so easy. I literally just chopped some apples and cooked them in butter, cinnamon and sugar. Lots of sugar to make the syrup, of course. And I let it sit for a bit. I tried to also crunch the apples while it was cooking, so that way I would have some of the flavor. And then I just removed the apples, kept the syrup, and then I just assembled it as you would any type of latte, I guess. And I decided to top it with some whipped cream and more cinnamon on top. And oh my god, you guys, it was first delicious, but also it sparked my creativity, and now I want to try it again, but this time I'm going to do a popcorn latte. I know I can make it because it was so close to the taste of popcorn. And now for the last drink of today's video, I wanted to do something a little bit more complex. Not saying that it's hard to make, it's very easy, but there are more steps. I decided to go for a mocha, but to make it a little bit more fall themed, I decided to make a salted caramel mocha. So I start by pouring some milk in a saucepan, and then I'm just whisking some chocolate with it. You can use powdered chocolate, but I decided to use actual chocolate. We're going to add the coffee, of course. Then I'm adding a little bit of sugar. Also, don't forget to add a pinch of salt. It really does make the difference. Then I drizzled salted caramel in a cup and added the drink, and then I topped it with whipped cream, some more caramel drizzle, and a little bit of cinnamon. Not the best full mug for this, but it was the last one I had. So happy Saturday. It is the last drink for this video, and for this I wanted to go with something a little bit more gourmet, you know, so that I can enjoy that while resting and just, you know, playing some games, watching some animes. I made myself a salted caramel mocha with a bit of cinnamon, and I added some whipped cream on top with salted caramel. Let's try it. Oh my god, it's so good, you guys. I feel like the salt in hot chocolate just really makes a difference, and the salted caramel with the cinnamon is just perfect. I feel like the consistency is a bit thick for me. I use oat milk, so that's why it's like thickened, but if you don't mind it, it's perfect. Yeah, you can really taste the saltiness, you know. So I'm going to go enjoy that while playing some games, watching some animes. I actually have to edit this video, but then I'll just, you know, relax for the rest of the weekend. I hope you enjoyed this video and that you had a cozy, lovely time with me in my little home coffee shop. It was so much fun. Let me know if you like this type of videos, and I'll definitely do more. Thank you so much for watching until the end, and I will see you next week. Please take care. Bye.